What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Suvac Kayak Fishing. I'm Jake Suvac, and today we are going to be talking about the Anglr Bullseye and the Anglr App. I'm planning on getting into the very basics of this device and how it connects to your phone, how it clips on your hat, and how you're able to keep track of your trips on the water. If you're new to this channel, I would really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. I've got a lot of really cool stuff I'm planning on putting out this summer, and I would love for you to be a part of it. So just starting out, the packaging, very simple, and even got some directions on the back that are very easy to read and very simple. One click logs a catch, double clicking logs a waypoint, which we'll get into a little bit later. So very simple. It comes nice and neat packaging. Top slides right off, and all you're gonna have is this little button right here. That thing just pops right out. Now, if this is all you need, it's got a sticky side on the back, so you can peel this off and stick it wherever you want. So if you know exactly where you're gonna wanna keep it, peel that off, stick it to wherever you wanna keep it, and anytime you catch a fish or wanna log a waypoint, all you gotta do is click it or double click it. But if you're somebody like me who is constantly fishing in all kinds of different ways, the Bullseye also comes with this hat clip. It's really easy to lock into place and then get on your hat. All you're gonna do, take the hat clip, take the Bullseye, do not take the sticker off the back, and this just slides right in there, real easy. So now you've got your Bullseye in the hat clip, and you're ready to go. All right, so now we got our Bullseye clipped on our hat. Next, all you're gonna have to do is open up your Anglr app. It's gonna pull you up to this screen right here. You're gonna tap this little wrench down in the corner, and at the bottom, you're gonna see it where it says devices right here. Tap that, and it's gonna bring you to this screen. Anglr is able to connect to a lot of different devices, which can be very helpful when you get on the water. I like to connect mine to my Lowrance unit, which has been a huge help with keeping track of all my waypoints between my phone and my electronics unit. That is kind of tough to look at if I'm sitting at home on my couch. The Anglr app makes it really easy to look at my fish catches, all my waypoints, things like that. Anyways, all you're gonna do is tap the Bullseye right here, because that's what we're trying to connect. The Bluetooth pairing request is going to pop up. You just tap pair, and you're connected. Tap OK. So I have another Anglr Bullseye that I like to use. You're able to have more than one. So I like to leave one in my car for anytime I'm going out on the kayak, or I like to leave one in my house so that we've got a canal running through our backyard. So when I go out and after work and want to take a few casts, I can put my Bullseye on and keep track of all my fish catches. It's pretty crazy to look back at all of the catches that I've gotten in my backyard, just because there's certain areas where they really pile up, and then there's some areas where I've caught fish, but they just kind of are a little more scattered. I just think that's so cool that over time, all these waypoints are gonna pile up on your map. If you can see right here, this is what my app looks like around my apartment. You can see kind of where I catch a lot of fish, where I've caught a few. All right, so now we got our Bullseye on our hat. Our Bullseye is connected to our Anglr app on our phones. The first thing you always want to do before getting on the water is go to the Explore page and check out the challenges that are available. These are always a lot of fun. It's usually a partnered thing with another company, so if you finish the challenge, you complete the challenge, you're gonna advance to the next stage, you may get a discount code, or you're gonna be entered to win some really cool prizes. So always check out the Explore page to see if there's any challenges going on. Right now there's the Rule the Water Challenge series in stage 3. So I'm gonna accept that challenge. Once you've accepted your challenge, or challenges, a lot of times there's a lot of them going on, all you're gonna do is tap the fish icon to get you back to that home screen, and to get started on your trip, you're gonna hit the play button. And it's gonna start going. You can let this app run in the background now. You can lock your phone, put it down. You don't have to look at it again for the rest of the day if you don't want to. This is the easiest way to use the app. This is how I started using the app. I would turn it on, start tracking. I'd click once to catch a fish, double click if I wanted to mark a waypoint. and I wouldn't have to look at my phone at all. I'd then open up my trip at the end of the day, and all you have to do is hit the red square at the bottom to end your trip. Do you want to end your trip? Yes. And then it's going to pop up with all the facts or all the stats from the day. It is really cool to look back, see how the weather changed, the temperature changed, the barometric pressure, wind speed, things like that. The app is going to connect to your weather app, so it will automatically keep track of a lot of different weather information as your day goes on. So before showing you one of my specific trips, I wanted to show you the entire map here. So obviously I've caught a good amount of fish all around Florida, a little bit up in Georgia, and finally we're going to come in here to Lake Hartwell. I had this entire lake to fish, and this is the one little section up the Tougaloo River that I chose to fish. As you can see, I found some fish scattered throughout this area. Got a little bit better here, a little bit better here, and then this is where the money was. That's where the juice was. That I found that out in my last couple days of practice. My plan originally was to launch from right around here, and on Thursday and Friday of practice, I went out to this area, and it was money. So as you can see, this is everything. This is my practice days. This is my tournament days. All my bullseyes were marking very specific things that I was looking for. All the fish icons were the fish that I caught. And it was great because now when I come back in here, I can tap one of all these fish icons and it's going to tell me exactly what I caught. So I just tapped this one. It's got the picture of the fish that I chose to take. So as one of my better fish for the weekend. It's got the picture of the fish so you can look back and see how long it was if you want. You can keep track of the baits that you used. I caught this on the Zoom Fluke. On my light plastic spinning rod and reel, or my light plastics combo. Notes, I caught it on a Maine Lake laydown. And as you can see, I caught another fish in here. I didn't take a picture of that one because it was so little. But I caught one in here that was small, but these were brim beds here. And the pattern that I found was these Maine Lake points with laydowns or brush piles were holding the big bass when there were brim beds on the insides of these coves. So what I did when I ended up finding a good amount of fish out in this area, I was surprised by the amount of brim beds that I found all around this island to begin with. So in here we had some brim beds. This one I believe is a laydown. Yeah, that was just a nice laydown that I wanted to make sure I came back to hit. This one here was a brush pile. There were some brim beds up on the shore. This had a little bit deeper cut into it than it looked like. But anyways, I put these bullseyes down because I had very specific things I was looking for. Let's say you want to go back and check out a specific trip. All you're gonna have to do is tap logbook, and let's look at our our last day of the tournament. You can tap on it. It's gonna show you your trip. It's gonna show you everything that happened on that trip. This was my route, where all my fish catches were, and you can even play through the route. All you're going to do is tap the button down here. Now for this day, things had changed dramatically. My goal was to hit these Maine Lake points that had long, slow sloping points with top water. And that's where these first three fish came off of. They came pretty early in the morning. That first little stretch there took me maybe an hour and a half. And I got three of my best fish of the day in that first hour and a half on top water. And I was able to use this app to kind of find those points that I was looking for. So there you go, I got my 5 fish limit, and I really went grinding for a big bite that I wasn't able to get all weekend, and long story short, didn't get it. But that's what my last day looked like. It's very cool to look back at this and see where maybe I could have kept that top water pattern going for a little bit longer. Maybe I could have explored more water down this way instead of looping back around. But this island was holding a ton of fish for me all weekend. So I wanted to go back and try to spend a little bit more time trying to get the big ones to bite. Couldn't do it. And Wish I would have maybe spent a little bit more time heading back down this way more, but that's what we ended up with. All right, guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you got enough information to get you started with the Anglr Bullseye and the Anglr app. It really is a huge help just from the very basics, starting to keep track of your trips, keeping track of your fish catches, your waypoints. It's automatically going to help you start getting more fish in the boat. It's going to help you learn more about the bodies of water that you like to fish. And it's going to help remind you down the road, you know, maybe what worked and what didn't on that lake. As always, I want to thank all of my sponsors and all the companies that helped me out. Obviously, a huge shout out to Anglr. They've been a part of my fishing journey, and I really believe that the Anglr app has helped me grow as an angler. I also want to say thank you to Vibe Kayaks, Senko Sticks, Kayak Cushion, Mr. B Lure Company, and everyone else that helps me out along the way. If you've got any questions, comments, or anything like that, drop them in the comments below. I'll answer any questions you've got. And if you've got any video requests, let me know. I will be more than happy to put some more stuff together and answer any other questions. In the meantime, like this video, subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in my next one.